Hi, I'm Lauren Butrone, and we are here with our Classic Intermediate Open Champion, Mr. Phil Rapp, who just marked a 221 on Driving Miss Sallie, owned by Gale for School Horses.
Right.
Talk to us a little bit about this mare. She has been one of my favorites since the Futurity, actually.
Well, thank you.
So you know.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. She is a really special mare for us. Waco Bend and Ray Baldwin raised her. She's out of a mare that Waco Bend campaigned with Ray Baldwin, and he won all sorts of amateur and non-pro division titles with.
Okay.
Her name was Milantilano.
Oh, yeah.
She was a big mare with a bigger heart.
Yes, for sure.
Ray was second in the 4-year-old amateur at the Super Stakes way back when, and then he was also reserve champion at a Mercuria when she was 7 or 8 years old. Okay. And so we chose to breed Lana, as we called her, to High Drive Cat, because Lana was a very big mare. She was 15-2, and so we chose to breed her to High Drive Cat to kind of just condense her a little bit.
That was one of my questions, was why you guys decided.
And of course, High Drive Cat was a wonderful horse, and he was out of Ruby Tuesday.
Exactly,
was a horse that Marianne and I raised. So we bred her to High Drive Cat, and she double ovulated, and she had this mare, and she had and then she had a sorrel mare with a bald face. So one looked like the mother and one looked like the dad.
Yeah.
Waco Bend sold Milantilano, and they sold her with an embryo and kept one embryo. Now I'm going to confuse you. So this embryo, Driven Miss Sallie, went with Milantilano, and one of our friends, Lisa, bought the mare.
Okay.
And this baby, and then so Lisa put her in training with Turner West. We had the mare. It was funny. We had the mare, Driving Miss Sallie, in our front pasture for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then when it was time to start her, she sent her to Turner West, who had worked for us 2 different times. And then Turner rode her, and they decided not to put her through the Futurity sale. They wanted to kind of privately sell her.
Okay.
So we had an opportunity then to purchase the mare. She put her in training in February, and then we purchased the mare in the summer of her 3-year-old year.
Okay.
And then I showed her in the Open Futurity, made the Open Futurity finals on her. And I know that first go-around she was outstanding, and I had so many people, comment about how good she was. And then Marianne showed her, made the non-pro semifinals on her. And then we campaigned her through her 4-year-old year. And we froze an embryo to Don't Stop Believing, and then we put her in the Futurity sale. And then Bobby and Lori Gale, unbeknownst to us, before we put her in the Futurity sale, were looking for a show horse. So they said, "What do you got?" And I said, "Well, we've got this mare. She's in the Futurity sale." So Bobby and Lori bought her out of the Futurity sale, and we got to keep her. Took her to Augusta, which would have been 2020. I did real well on her, made the finals, and then Robbie, their son, Robbie Gale, showed her, and he did all sorts of good on the mare.
Yeah.
And then we showed her a little bit. COVID hit, as we all know how that went. And then Robbie started showing her when COVID eased up, and I showed her as well, and had some success. Robbie's had some great runs on her. And then we did well here at the Super Stakes. I made the finals on her and started a really good run in the Super Stakes Intermediate and lost a cow.
Yeah.
And then we've got 3 embryos out of her this year. There's a Don't Stop Believing, a Metallic Cat, and a Metallic Rebel that we got out of her. And then she's come back great. I was second at the non-pro on her in the 5-year-old. Robbie won the go-around in the amateur. I showed her at Sweetwater a couple weeks ago, won both classes I entered her in, and then she was here.
And she looks spectacular.
She's that kind of horse, and her mother was that way too. When you got them set up and they're working well, you don't have to work them. You just
go.
Work maybe a cow, a little bit on the flag, and go.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's awesome. It's really nice when they're like that too.
Yes, it is. And she's such a pleasant mare.
Yeah,
and,
is she?
And it's funny, Bobby and Lori don't know the mare very well. And we were talking about possibly selling her in December of this year. And their son, Bryson Gale, is a veterinarian, and he does our repro work through Folan Veterinary Services. And Bryson just fell in love with her. He said, "Mom, Dad, you can't sell this mare. She's the sweetest mare," and so I think we're going to keep her for a little while. But thanks to Bryson, Dr. Bryson.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, and so that was kind of my question too. Is that what's your plan for her after this? Because I figured that they would also keep her because they lost their mare not long ago, and they I feel like have always had these beautiful bay mares and done well with these beautiful bay mares. I figured maybe they would keep her.
And I think we will for a while. I don't know how we go forward. Of course they Don't Look Twice and Tap Twice from Waco Bend last year, so they've got quite a few brood mares. But with this victory here, we've put that mare over 100,000.
Oh yeah.
And so we don't, and she still has some more this year to compete in.
Yeah.
And we're the plant she's sound, and we might show her some next year, so we don't know where she'll end up. And she's got 2 fillies by Don't Stop Believing. The one we froze, and then they got one.
Okay.
And they're both exquisite fillies. They're beautiful. They're 2 totally different looking fillies, but they're beautiful and that. So when we were looking at them back earlier this summer, I said, look at those fillies, how they stand out. I said, we might, let's see what she does with the other studs we go to. But when a mare is pretty as she is, and then her bottom side, she's 5 generations deep on the bottom side of great horses.
Yeah.
When you take this mare and then her mother, which we have a real affection for, but then her granddam, Warlano Missy, was a mare that Julie Rowdy showed, back in the late 80s and 90s. She was a wonderful mare. And then Warleo Missy, I think, was the mother of Warlano Missy. She was a wonderful mare, and she produced all sorts of horses by Smart Little Lena in the day. So she has such a maternal side that it's going to go through there and that. So time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's going to be set up well. So.
Well, that's it. And Bobby and Lori love to raise the baby, so we'll see how it goes.
I know. You have to have a passion for it.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
you do.
Yes. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
It was awesome. I really enjoyed watching it.
Thank you.
And good luck the rest of the year with her.
And thank you. And as you well know, moms are the most important things with the babies.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, thank you to Bad Boon Rising for helping us with our all of our updates through the open classes. And thank you guys again.
Very good.
And congrats.